everyone, my name is Omoyera Oluwatosin. Today is the third day of our 100 days fashion sewing and illustration challenge. Okay, and if you are new to my page, my channel, or whatever platform you are watching me on, feel free to like, share, and leave a comment. Okay, on the channel today, I am going to show you how to cut the pattern of the top you are seeing on the screen. The first thing you want to do is to introduce your measurements, and these are the measurements you'll be using for this tutorial. The first thing I did was draw my top line. I came down from the top edge of the pattern paper by 2 inches and draw a straight line. This is going to be our shoulder line. And the second thing I did was I folded my paper. My paper is placed on fold. Make sure, because the dress is an asymmetric dress, so if you are making an asymmetric dress, make sure that your pattern paper is on fold. The next line I want to draw from the shoulder line is my bust point line. Okay, the bust point, then the waistline. My waistline is 18 inches and my hip line is 26 inches. Yes, 8 inches from your waistline. I'm going to mark this measurement 2 times to get a straight line. So after I've marked the measurements twice, you are going to come in with your pattern master or your ruler to connect your mark points. So I'm connecting my waistline and then my hip line. So after connecting the lines, the next thing you want to do is to label the line. So I label the last line as the hip, then we have the waistline, and we have the bust point line. Now the next thing we want to introduce into our pattern is our neck width. The neck width we are going to be working with is 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches on the shoulder line, and for the neck depth 3 inches as well. So you are going to connect these 3 inches together to draw a neckline. Okay, we have our neckline in place. Now the next thing you want to do is to measure your shoulder line, your shoulder plus the sewing allowance. So my shoulder is 8 inches. I'm not adding any sewing allowance because this is just for drafting purpose, illustration purpose, so I'm not going to sew it. So I came down 1 inch from the shoulder measurements to draw our shoulder slants. For the armhole depth, from size 8 to size 10, use 7 inches. For size 10 to size 14, use 7.5 to 8 inches. And for size 16 upward, use 8 to 8.5 inches. Now on this line that we just drew is the chest line. For the chest line, anything you have on the shoulder line, which is our shoulder measurement, minus half inches to get that shoulder slants. Yes, anything you have on the shoulder minus half inches to get the shoulder slants. Now you can see that I'm drawing midway. You can extend the line if you want. I ended up extending the line. Now after you are done connecting the shoulder line, the next thing you want to do is to mark the midpoint. Come in by half an inch. Okay, and before you drop the armhole on your chest line, measure 1/4 of your bust measurements. 1/4 of your bust measurements. Okay, this will help you draft the armhole. Come in with your armhole curve or pattern master to draft your armhole, and you can do this freehand as well, because we have some people that their hand is like ruler. So what we are drafting here is a dartless block. We are working with a dartless block, so it means that this block that I'm drafting do not have a dart or does not have a dart. So what I have on the waistline is 1/4 of my waist measurements, and on the hip line we have 1/4 of my hip measurement. Now you are going to come in with your ruler and do what? Connect your mark point. So while connecting your waist to the hip, make sure that you are not using the part that is too curvy, so that you will not have a false hip. Okay, just blend it perfectly well. You can use your hand or your ruler, anything that works best for you. Now remember that our body is not sharp. On the waist part, come in to slightly curve into the hip. So this is what we are going to have at the end of the day. The next thing you want to do, you want to come in with your ruler and cut this out. The next thing you want to do, you want to add your shoulder pad measurement. So it depends on the shoulder pad you are using. Okay, this measurement depends on the shoulder pad. What I did was I measured the width of my shoulder pad. You can have 0.25 or half an inch. I made use of half an inch, so I went up the shoulder point by 0.5, then connected back to the neck point. Okay, by doing so you have added your shoulder pad amount. So this will accommodate the shoulder pad by the time you are ready to fix the shoulder pad into the dress. So the next thing you want to do, you want to cut out the excesses that we don't need. And this is what your pattern should look like. Okay, the next thing you want to do from here is to unfold the pattern. After you are done unfolding, the next thing you want to do, you want to extend the line to the new side seam. Okay, extend it to the other side. Okay, take your time to extend the lines. Okay, this is what you are going to have at this point. The next thing you want to do is to drop the neckline. What we have here is a mono strap neckline. Okay, to get a mono strap neckline, place a fresh pattern paper like the way I did, like the way you see me doing in the video. So what we want to do is to extend the underarm by 1 inches. Okay, the armhole depth is extended by 1 inches. You can see I added a fresh pattern paper. So from there, from where my armhole is stopping, I'm going to extend the line by 1 inches. Okay, I just extended the line by 1 inches. This will actually help you to grab your boobs perfectly well. Okay, then from the armhole depth, you are going to measure up 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch, don't go beyond 1 inch. Okay, at the left hand side of your pattern, from the neck point, you are going to go in 1 inch as well. So you've altered the necklines. Next, you are going to connect this 1 inch to the 1 inch at the underarm. You can see the way I'm tracing the neckline using the dot mark, and I'm satisfied with the way the neckline is. I'm going to use my marker pen to blend the neckline perfectly well. Okay, after you are done drafting the neckline, the next thing you want to do is to tighten the neckline. To tighten or contour the neckline, from the part that has the 100% contouring or that is losing the armhole, you are going to come in by 1 inch and connect that 1 inch to the waistline. So by doing so, you've contoured the neckline of this blouse, so that when you are done stitching the blouse will sit perfectly well on you. The blouse will sit perfectly well on you. Now we are done with the neckline of the blouse. The next thing we are going to work on is the hem line of the blouse. So from the waistline, you are going to come down 3 inches. Okay, and on the other side, from the hem line, you are going to go up 3 inches. Now you are going to remember that the pattern is on fold, so we have our midline. So from the side seam to the midline, you are going to divide this by 2. Okay, divide it by 2 and mark. After you are done, you're going to connect both 3 inches points mark, the one we have on the side seam, to this marks. Okay, you can see that I have a phone close by and I'm watching what I'm doing. Please make sure that when you are drafting your dress or your pattern, you have your the picture close by. Make sure you have the picture of the dress you are illustrating beside you, so as to avoid pattern drafting mistake or fitting problems. Okay, So this is what we have at this point, and you can see that we everything is now looking like what we have in the picture. The next thing you want to do, you want to divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2 and take it from the center line of your pattern. Okay, we have a grease line that we are working with, and find the midpoint of your armhole as well. So from the center front, I measure my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. So I connect from my bust point into the side seam, from my bust point into the armhole, not the side seam, into the armhole. So the pattern has been divided into 2. Okay, I'm making sure that I'm not doing anything wrong at this point. Okay, the pattern has been divided into 2. The next thing you want to do is to draw your slash line. Please be careful with the way you draw your slash line. Make sure you follow what we have in the picture. You can see that the slashes that we have on the waist is straight, while the one that goes towards the neckline is slant into the neckline. So take your time to study the picture before you start drafting or cutting your pattern. After I was done, I'm going to come in with my scissors and separate the pattern, divide my pattern into 2. And before I cut that, I love transferring my notches. I love putting notches on the wall so that when it's time to sew, it makes sewing easier. I was about cutting when I remembered that I had to cut the back. So we are going to tape this back. Tape it back before you start your slash and spread stuff. Please make sure you use the front to cut the back. So I tape it back with my paper tape. I will get a fresh pattern paper, place the front on the back, and trace out exactly what we have on the front on the back. Whatsoever you have on your front pattern, that's what you are going to trace out for the back pattern, or on the back pattern as well. So you can see the way I place mine. I'm going to flip this to the wrong side, okay, so that when I match my pattern, when it's time to sew and I match them, I will not be having sewing problems. Okay, if your shoulder line is on the right side at the front pattern, it's going to be on the left side for the back pattern. If you are making an asymmetric dress and you have a shoulder line on the right side of the front pattern, make sure that the shoulder measurement is falling on the wrong side of the back pattern when you are drafting the back. The first thing you want to do is remember that your pattern is on fold. So the part that is on fold is the center line for the back. Okay, that's the first thing I did. I transfer the grease line that we had at the front to the back. So this will help us identify the center back. I trace out the armhole. I trace out the side seam as well. Take your time, don't rush. That's why I'm not fast forwarding this part, because I want you guys to grab what I'm doing around this pattern. Okay, so this is what we have. Transfer the hem as well. So this is what you are going to have at the end of the day. So this is what you are going to have at the end of the day after transferring what we have at the front to the back. Okay, I'm just going to remove the front pattern and use my ruler and marker to perfect the line. The first line I did was transfer the grease line we had at the front. So we had our center back. We are going to slash the center back because this blouse is going to have a zipper. Okay, and at this point, if there's anything you do around your zipper part of your blouse, this is the time you have to do it. Eliminate, contour, anything you want to do. The next thing I did was use my pattern master to blend the down parts of the blouse as well. This is what the back is going to look like. Okay, there is no paparazzi or any other thing you want. So this is what you are going to be working with. You can contour the center back, do what works for you. Please, I am not using microphone because the one I was using got damaged, so I ordered for another one. I'm yet to receive it, so just bear with me for now, okay? And if you want to participate in this 100 days fashion illustration challenge, please, what you have to do is to post the picture of the dress you want me to illustrate on in the comment section, on TikTok in the comment section, okay? I will pick the designs or the pictures to feature in this tutorial challenge. And if there's any topic you want me to cover for you that you have, please also leave the topic on TikTok in the comment section. I will attend to it later when I see it. I'm going to be picking randomly. Please, if I don't pick yours, please don't get angry. So I'm going to slash the center back. So that's where our zipper is going to be, okay? Like I said, if there's anything you want to do at the center back to eliminate anything, this is the right time to do that. I'm not going to be doing that. Okay, this is our back pattern. We are going to set it aside. For the front pattern, we are going to remove the parts that we are not going to be slashing from the pattern. Then we are going to slash our lines that we have there, the slash lines. So take your time to start slashing. Take your time to slash, and once you are done slashing, add fullness, okay? Place a fresh pattern paper under it and add fullness, okay? So this is when I was adding the fullness to the paper. You can make yours 1.5 or 1 inches, depend on what you want as the fashion designer, okay? Once you have added the fullness, trim off the part that you don't want and gather or plait this into the other side of the pattern, and this is what the front part of your pattern is going to look like, okay? This is what you're going to have. The next thing we are going to be working on is the cape that this blouse have. You can see that the cape is coming from the shoulder point into the neckline, from the neckline into the arm and back to the center back, okay? So to do that, I'm just going to bring my front and back pattern, and I'm going to show you how you are going to achieve this cape, okay? It is very easy to achieve. To drop the cape, come in from the neck point by 1 inches. On the underarm, come in by 2.5 or 3 inches. Do what is best for you. You can exaggerate it if you want, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be doing 2.5 inches. Towards the mid part of the cape, I'm going to be doing 2 inches. The mid part of the neckline, I'm going to be doing 2 inches. So I'm going to come in with my marker pen to blend the cape together. So this is what you're going to have. Now we are going to bring the back as well, because the cape is coming from the neckline into the side seam and back to the center back, okay? Now you're not cutting that part on photo, you're not cutting that part. I'm just putting that mark to show you that we are going to have an extension. So now let's bring the back, okay? So side seam to side seam, I'm going to transfer what we have here, which is 2.5 inches. And for the where the cape will be stopping, it will be stopping at the zipper part of the blouse, okay? Just the zipper part, don't go too much. Let me tape this part together so that you can see what I'm doing. You are not going to tape this together when you are doing it. I'm just trying to explain so that you can get what I'm trying to do. Okay, now we have our full cape from the front to the back. Now remember that the cape is coming from the neck points into the sleeve and back to the center back. That means you are going to be adding some extra amount that will accommodate for the part that goes into the sleeve and back to the center back. For slim people, please use 8 inches. From size 10 to 14, use 10.5, and from 16 upward, use 11 to 12 inches. For people that are like the plus size, you can add 13-12 inches. So now you are going to add an extension that runs from the side seam to side seam, which is either 8 inches for slim, 10 for medium size, and 12 for extra large. And this is what you're going to have at the end of the day. I hope that this tutorial was helpful, and if it was, please give this video a thumb up, like and share the video. And if you have any tutorial requests, please upload your picture on TikTok in the comment section, and put what you want me to do with the picture. Is either you want me to explain or illustrate. I will choose the design to feature randomly. Okay, so what I'm trying to explain here is that you are not going, the cape is going to be one piece, so you are adding extra 8, 10 or 12 inches. The 8 is for slim people, 10 is for medium size, and 12 is for plus size. Okay, and the cape is running from the shoulder line, shoulder neck point into the neckline, back to the sleeve and to the center back. It is going to be a one piece cape, so don't separate the cape, you cut it out as a one piece. Thanks for watching my video, and have a nice day. Bye.